Hey, it's Heather with another update on my mold detox for my Moldbreakers vlog. Today is November 13, 2023, and since my last posting in September, a lot of stuff has changed. I was at the point where I needed to make a decision about whether I'm just going to go back to Washington and continue with the really helpful doctor out there to continue my treatment, or if I was going to do something else. And circumstances transpired in October to make it really clear that I wanted to stick around in Pittsburgh, which is where I was sort of what I felt like was going to be a temporary stop before heading back to Washington. So here I am in a rental vehicle loading all of my things back to Pittsburgh from Washington State. I'm just about done with the 5 days of travel. I'm in Ohio right now, almost there. So my best friend and my housemate and my very closest friend in life had a health emergency in October, and which turned into a few weeks later a fairly serious diagnosis. And at that point I just had a knowing that there was nothing else for me except to be in Pittsburgh to be support to him. And my symptoms have really had taken an uptick. I'm going to guess because of the length of time being without support, but then also the additional stress of being jobless, and then the stress of my friends. Emergency, had to go into emergency surgery, and it was a whole thing. And I was kind of the primary caretaker for that, and the main point of contact for him and between him and his family. And it was a lot. So I've decided I'm going to stay in Pittsburgh. I'm actually at peace about that. It's nothing that I wanted for myself or my life, and but life happens and you make adjustments, and I just feel really grateful that I was around when he needed me, and I'm grateful that I have the option to still be around to help take care of him. What I do know is that I need to kind of quadruple down on my own care, or this will tank me as well, and that's not good for anyone. I won't be any use to him, and I won't be any use for myself in my own life. So I'm super happy that I have my sauna now, and my air purifier, and my rebounder, and some other products that I was using for body care, with the whole lifestyle protocol that Dr. Holland, when I was in California, helped me kind of get established with. So, and I'm super bummed also that I'm not going to be able to continue with Dr. Magerman in Washington. She was really great. The ART process was really helpful, and unfortunately she does not know anybody in Pennsylvania that uses that technique. And I have been unable to find a Lyme literate doctor of any kind so far that would be in network in my current insurance plan, which is through the government, since I was unemployed. But I did find a part-time job, and in Pittsburgh. It'll be on site. It's part-time. It's not enough, so I'll have to keep looking for more. So symptoms have gone up. Major change in where I'm going to be living, returning to a place that's polluted and where I initially got sick, and I have some reservations about that, but I'm super at peace about the reasons why I'm going to be there. And in the drive back east, one of the great things about drives is if you give yourself enough space, you start really thinking and generating helpful thoughts, and one of the things I've decided and sort of resolved to do while I'm in Pittsburgh is I just don't want to I want to build something. I don't want to be feeling like I'm in limbo and waiting for my life to get started while I'm here. I want to build something. I think that means buying a property again and being a homeowner and having some land and being able to give myself the space to surround myself in a healthy, beautiful place. We'll see. We'll see. I have no idea how things will actually turn out. I'm sure it will not be anything that I'm expecting. On the health front, though I didn't find a Lyme literate doctor, I did check in with a woman who's a health coach, and she works with people in every state, so there's no limitations on who she can work with. Was on her wait list. I checked in with her assistant, and by a stroke of good luck, she is willing to accept me as a new client if I start now. So I actually had to borrow money from family to get that process going, but I'm hoping to sort of pick up with her starting in early December. I need to send her some samples. But she uses a technique called bioresonance, and she's got experience with Lyme and mold and chronic health, and uses a lot of homeopathy in her treatment. And is very particular because the bioresonance machine is particular. So it's not the ART process that Dr. Magerman uses that I found super helpful, and the way she applied it was really helpful for me. But it is something that's somewhat similar. So, and I like how grounded this practitioner is. I'll link her below, but her name is Christy, and her handle on Instagram is Wellness Christy. She takes 7 clients a year, and I'm in. So we'll see how it goes. I'm at least hopeful that if the chemistry is good and the protocols start working for me, that I'll have some continuity of care and I can live anywhere, and I can continue with working with her for as long as needed. So in terms of the long game of this, it's actually sort of a positive turn on what is otherwise a really crappy set of circumstances and situation. I cannot emphasize enough in this video how much I was concerned about getting stuck in Pittsburgh, nor how weirdly at peace and surrendered I am to the fact that I'm going to be continuing my life in Pittsburgh. It's the wrong place for me, but it's the right place for right now, and I'm just going to make it work for me, and really try to build my life in the best way possible, and I feel great about that. So hopefully, last month I had migraines again with vomiting, and I have a lot of joint pain. The weight is continuing to go up, so hopefully Christy is going to be able to help me resolve some of these hormonal issues, help continue the mold detox to the point of resolution, and then I'm also hoping that she's going to help me identify the ways in which I can start to release some of this weight, because I think that's actually now its own factor in things that are off in my experience and in my body. So that's my update, and it's been wild and overwhelming, and a fresh start in a very different way than I expected for 2023. I will keep posting because I think Christy's going to have some ways of approaching this that are new, that might be interesting to log here. And I also need the accountability, because I'm sure as I get established, it'll be easy for me to get kind of sidetracked by the intensity of the process and experience I'm going to be heading into with my friends. So I won't probably talk about that here, other than the ways that it might be impacting my health and what I'm doing to help myself through it. So if you're watching these videos and they're at all useful to you, I wish you well. And of course, I don't get a lot of views on these things. So, but I will say I do like Christy a lot. She gives a lot of content for free. So if you are looking for a Lyme literate health coach, she's got a whole team now that is taking clients on a regular basis. So if you can't work with her, you can work with her team. And she runs all the scans herself. And so you're getting her expertise on your case. Not only that, but she just gives really generous information for free on her Instagram. So it's worth watching if you're looking for more optimistic and helpful resources on that. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. I'll be back.